It's me!
He's come in his underpants. Not like that.
Hello everyone, it's Slowmo and Skelly here again with another Minecraft mega build that we've already started. We've done a bit of a foot. It's the foot of the Macho Man Randy Savage. It's another pro wrestling mega build of one of our childhood favourites. And so far we've built a gigantic foot, which we pre-built as kind of a test just to make sure we knew what we were doing, because I suggested that rather than build a square leg as I typically do, 4 blocks in like a square, I thought the leg should be a circle, and this is the smallest sort of circle-esque shape that you can build in Minecraft while still being able to have a bit of detail in it. We've decided that the outfit that I'm wearing right now is maybe one of Macho Man's most well-known. It's the one that he wore at WrestleMania 4.
A flying elbow! Punch the leg! It's over!
And it is depicted on his first Hasbro action figure.
Macho King Randy Savage. Hogan slams him again.
My elbow smash will finish Hogan, guaranteed.
Which was recreated as a Mattel Elite Edition action figure. And it's actually the same outfit that his Masters of the Universe figure is wearing. But we're not doing that because, why do something that everyone would recognize and think, oh, that's good, when we can just make a load of junk up. Right, so I've got a bunch of blocks sorted, and have you got yours ready?
No, I don't. What blocks do you want me to have?
So you mean that whole bit where we said let's prepare all our stuff before we start recording? You've just sort of stood there and watched me build a big foot.
I've watched, yeah, and I did say, what blocks do you want me to get? And you just started building a big foot.
Is that why you're in a suit? Because you're the foreman.
I'll stand at the back and tell you what to do. No, you're doing it wrong. Pink tassels, not green. There you go. Look at that. 2 feet.
One for me to live in and one for you. So his boots need to kind of go up.
You'll have to make an executive decision on how high. Might have a peek a reference image.
Yeah, I should stress that we're not actually copying any particular style or look or anything like that. We're just kind of doing our own thing because we think it's a bit more fun that way. And we're doing him more in sort of his full bodysuit era because it'll have more colour to it.
God, that picture is terrifying. I'm looking at the one where there was the little wrestler with the rubber mask of his face on. That's nightmarish.
What colour should this leg be? Pink?
Yeah.
I was to make it like pink there, bearing in mind that he would have knee pad. Does that look all right if you come to here? It seems way too big. This is going to be enormous.
Yeah, that's looking all right.
You have to remember that this is the era where he was basically the neon cowboy.
We're the space cowboys.
It's got to be like all bright and utterly ridiculous. That leg should be like checkerboard with like alternating colours.
Okay.
Does that look like a knee pad?
Needs to stick out.
Yeah, but the problem with that is you can't
stick it out at the front, but don't stick the straps out. Yeah, that looks like it works. Yeah.
Is it too small?
I think it should be another couple of blocks tall, maybe. Just try it one at a time, see what it looks like. Do blue and white.
Blue and white?
Oh, man, I might do purple instead.
It looks ridiculous. This is ludicrous.
Oh, I've got a really itchy bell end.
Oh, well, it's so big. How tall is the top part of your leg compared to the bottom part?
Oh, I don't know.
Because surely they should be... Are they around the same?
I think they probably are.
Oh my God, it's going to be enormous. I know I keep saying it, but it just gets more and more ludicrous by the second. that too much, or is that?
The problem is that it's straight. It doesn't get wider. It looks weird.
But his groin's sort of going to come down here.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems like it's about right.
I'm making a decision that partway up here, I'm going to transition to a different colour.
What a peculiar looking leg. This looks amazing, to be honest. I've had an idea for something.
Look at that. Very snazzy. The different colours on that really throws it off. It makes them look different when they're not. That's strange. Well, for the laces.
What else there would be to use?
Ladders. Hey, that looks good.
The question is now, how do we do the groin?
I think what you've got to do is just build it across and then construct it around that.
Do you want to be on groin duty?
I can do. The problem with it is your legs almost meet in the middle, and on this they're seven blocks apart. So do you have to just fill it in a bit, like this way, like that? Imagine that, but 3D.
Yeah, that's fine. How do groins work?
Does it stick out in front of his legs? Probably not.
So weird. Why have we made it so difficult for ourselves?
Yeah, remember doing the arse of the Ultimate Warrior was a bit of a weird one. Because you think it's got to stick out the back a little bit. But then it starts to look really strange.
Oh, it looks weird. I thought the fact that there's two of us working on this would make this easier. It would take half as long.
It's made it harder because we've got to coordinate every decision.
It's not just two geniuses working on their latest creation. Should it stick out more at the front? No, you don't. Your belly don't really stick out that much, does it? If you're excited.
Depends how well endowed you are. But even then, I suppose it would go down one of your trouser legs before it stuck out the front.
Maybe I can top it off with like a waistband of some type.
Yeah. Oh no. The arse is big. It has to go right over the legs, doesn't it? The top of your arse is over the back of your leg. That's it. That's it. This might need to be a couple of blocks higher before the belt goes on.
Are we gonna give him a neon belt, or are we gonna put him in his wrestling belt?
Will we be able to get enough detail on the belt to make it look?
Maybe we should put the belt on him. Come and have a look from this side.
Yeah, I think that's right, because it'll come down 1 or 2 blocks here, won't it?
Can you advise me on the buttocks? Does it want to be like that?
Look at that arse. Oh, what a nice arse he's got. That his crotch looks a bit long.
The old long crotch.
That looks all right. That
Probably worth noting that we're building this in honour of SummerSlam. Excited for this year's SummerSlam.
should I be?
It's exactly what you said when I asked if you were excited for WrestleMania.
Is it really?
I think it is, yeah. Who do you think's going to win in the SummerSlam this year?
Who's going to win SummerSlam? I think Roman Reigns is going to win SummerSlam.
What did you think of WrestleMania and how your predictions in our previous Mega Build video about what you said was definitely going to happen at WrestleMania went?
I was extremely happy to see that my prediction was wrong. I don't know. I didn't watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, but you saw the picture I sent you, didn't you?
Somebody told me it was terrible.
The picture of Samoa Joe in a, in a plastic sheet.
It looked like they were having a ton of fun.
I can, instead of black, do the outline where it's red now. I could make it dark grey.
Yeah.
So you can sort of see an outline.
There doesn't seem to be that much in the way of decoration.
It just needs some gold. We could just do a generic gold plate.
Can you do like a honeycomb for a bit of a texture difference? You know, if you've got yellow around it like that.
It wants to be like... It want to be like that?
Yeah.
Then it would have like... I don't know about that. That looks awful. Is there a globe on it?
There is, yeah, there's a globe in the middle. You get away with doing it like that? Like if I draw... Does that look like anything? Or have you given it a mouth? Or like the bit of writing on it?
Come and look at it from a distance. It looks amazing.
That's pretty good. Isn't it?
I'm really happy with that.
The different colour in the gold makes it look like it's gold.
So what do you want to do as far as like the torso?
Are we going to do it like half and half?
Got a checkerboard pattern in mind. I would do on like the opposite side. I've put some snapback buttons on the back of the belt.
Oh, yeah.
Why has that turned out so good? His legs do look a little bit thin, but...
Yeah, too much of a tube. If we go with... What's the middle there?
It's the middle.
It's probably going to have to be nearly as long as the legs.
Right, so it's about 24.
No, I think that looks all right. If we that's only going to take us to the shoulders.
It's going to be like a chessboard with black squares.
Yeah.
But I was going to do green and something else.
Uh-huh.
Purple, maybe.
Yeah.
It'll take ages, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Shit. It looks preposterous. What do you think of that as a pattern?
That is a good pattern, but he needs to not have a tube for a body again.
Why?
We need to make it stick out in some places because it just looks a bit odd.
That's what I'm known for.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that at the moment he's getting enveloped by a big square cloud. How saddened were you by the news that CrossFit's legend Tom O'Connor had died?
And here's your host, Tom O'Connor.
Yeah, I did read it and expected Twitter to be full of jokes about him asking what people's jobs were and then asking them if they were a fish.
Now that's not it, Stu. That's wrong. What happened was he came out, Tom O'Connor, and he said to a man in the audience, "What do you do for a living?" And the man said, "I'm in oil." And Tom O'Connor said, "Are you a sardine?" It was hilarious, Stu.
You could live in one of Macho Man's legs. Which one would it be? It looks weird on the sort of curve. Even though it's correct, if you stood at a wrong angle, it looks weird on the curve. His legs are way too small for this body. So how does it feel to be popular on Twitch now? I can't tell if I like you having any sort of success.
Well, I have no idea how I lured them in the first place.
You finished your side?
Yes, I have.
You want to help me do my side?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Come round the front. What is the correct height for the nips? Is it about there?
Are you going to give him peepholes?
No, but I want to build the boobs around it.
They seem a bit low down.
Bit low. You want them to go higher.
Probably, yeah.
So if I'm making the boobs stick out, like this side, right?
Yeah.
When I get to the corner, what colour block do I place? Because all I've done here is the same colour block that was in front. If you look from around the edge, there are bunches of blacks together.
Because of the checkerboard pattern, it's really hard to even see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're now...
His body's too long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a bit too tall. I think my suggestion might be he will have an arm.
Yeah, we can... Like, if the arms are going to come off...
If we give him another one of my famous tubes, I'm thinking we do tubular arms the same as he has tubular legs.
I'm thinking about chopping another bit off the top of this torso. I might chop another few blocks off and then droop the boobs another couple of cubes down.
Droop the boobs. another couple of cubes. Like Scylla's famous catchphrase. More cubes.
More cubes.
Would his arm be that high up? Of course it was, if that's his tits. This looks fantastic. It's absolutely majestic.
The head's going to make it, isn't it?
Above all else, the head has to be hilarious. Should his arm be coming out of his sleeve like that, or should it be the same width?
It makes the arm look really thin. I think you might be better doing this the same thickness.
I don't really like it with the being the same size as the sleeve either. Can we disguise that?
Build a rim around the end of the sleeve, like an orange line around the edge of it or something.
Yeah, I think that is better. I don't know what I'm going to do with the arm. Just going straight out?
That is a sort of a signature pose, I suppose. That's too long for an arm.
Oh, that's about right. He looks amazing from the back. Back, of course, which houses the bomb. I've added some fringe to his arm. I think it's so small. And as a matter of fact, it's despawned now that I'm too far away.
That looks all right. I like the you've done a bit of a shoulder pad. Which direction is the elbow going? Really, what I'm asking is, what are his hands going to look like? Is he going to be doing a pointy finger?
I just started laughing because I thought of the Ultimate Warrior. Specifically your build and the face you gave him. Those big teeth. If you had the choice, would you rather live inside Macho Man's arm or his leg?
Well, there'd be a lot less climbing to do if you lived inside the arm. You could just wander through like this. Whereas all the rooms would have to be vertical. There's a spider in his arm.
What is that doing here?
I don't know what. I've made a right mess of this.
Well, that's good, because I was literally just about to say, I'll come and see what you're doing for the arm so I can copy it.
Don't copy what I've done. It's a mess.
Oh, God, yeah. Look at his arm. It looks like a fork.
It does look like a fork.
Yeah, I think unfortunately you might have to do my arm as well.
Well, you can't. You've got to do your half, I'm afraid.
But I did that big boot all by myself.
Oh, did you? Well, who had to do the other one?
I did the circle. the infrastructure it was built around.
I'll tell you what. Right, here we go. Make it about that long. There you go. I contributed. It's your turn now. Don't make it that long. I don't know how long it's supposed to be.
I don't want to do this bit. Do not want to do this bit. What I want to do is the head. The head is the most amusing part. You're giving it all of this.
Can't just be a tube.
You're making it good, and I just want to have it.
There's too many tubes already.
Oh, but you've done it different underneath. I don't know what to do.
Just do it generally like it. It doesn't have to be symmetrical.
I definitely think that you should be penalised with doing my bit after you started making edits to your side and changing it up. Like, have I done it right?
It looks close enough.
Genuinely have no idea. I think. Just spotted his big finger. I think you're going to have to do it because I don't understand it and you know what you've done.
I don't know what I've done.
No, I need the top bit removing. Is that the problem? Look at those big fingers. Creeping around. Don't forget, you got to put wrist tape on.
Oh yeah.
Yes. What? Look how much bigger his arms are than his legs. So happy with it. I was going to say his bum looks off centre, but it's not. It's because his right leg is pink.
It is off-putting, isn't it, with the different colours?
Even though it's clearly centred.
Have you given up on your hand?
Completely, yeah. You're very welcome to do another one. If I don't get so much awake, I'm going to pass out. What if, instead of the head, what about that?
Very, very good, yeah.
Stood at a peculiar angle whilst holding a flesh-coloured block, and it looks like I've got no pants on. We won't get banned off YouTube, will we, for me?
You had a mega build battle of some pornography.
Well, what's funny is that we had one that I censored, thinking, I don't know if we can show this. It's a bit not right. It's not proper. We better censor it. Then I watched the one that went out like 2 days later, and it was like, there's a massive cock in this. I didn't censor. Look at the tape on his hands.
It's good, isn't it?
Well, we're on to the fun part now, which is the head. I've just thought of something really horrible. During this era, he was known for wearing a cowboy hat rather than a bandana.
Yeah, he was.
Which is significantly harder to do, because how are we going to do the rim?
I don't know, it's all curved and...
Well, you can do the hat and I'll do the face. How big is her head?
How big is a head?
How big is your head? How big?
So I reckon you want to be...
What if that is the head?
That is the head.
We put we put his eyes on. And then we put his hair on.
Done. You really love to build things that are just big and flat. That's my next challenge to you, is that I want you to build me something with some texture.
Well, that's what I'm doing here.
Where?
The whole thing with the boots and the legs was all my idea, wasn't it? It's got to be a tube.
Yeah, but the legs are just tubes.
But that's it's better than just being squares, isn't it?
This is a downgrade from the Ultimate Warrior, who had big beefy thighs and toned calves.
Well, the Ultimate Warrior spent more time in the gym. Look at how wrong it looks because of the colour pattern.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't look centered.
It's weird, isn't it? Things look a different size just because they're a different colour. That's why I changed all of the backside to blue. Because when I did part of it pink, it looked like he had a lopsided arse. There's one eye. There's the other eye. Done.
He looks like Earthworm Jim.
There's his teeth.
Oh, God. Should the head just be a big square? Like, is this how big his head should be?
The neck's too small. There we go. I think we're getting there with the neck size now.
Let's just build around this for now.
Uh-huh.
So, like, his beard would be here, right?
Yeah. Are you doing it brown?
Well, he had a brown beard, didn't he?
Yeah, but don't know whether is that brown dark enough.
There isn't a darker brown unless, I guess, we use a different...
Spoilt for choice.
That's stupid. We might just have to leave it and... Is that... Oh, God. Does that look alright? Is it too small?
In the air, it needs to be wider.
It looks too small. I can't believe.
Yeah, a little bit wider.
It's amazing. I'm still not entirely satisfied
Make it 3D.
with the mustache.
Make it 3D. Don't just do it a big flat face. That is a good knobbly nose.
I think I'm going to give him... I've seen him wear spectacles that are white rimmed. But given how thick the rim has to be, I kind of feel like it might be better if I give the rim a bit of colour.
Mm.
I think that would pop a bit more than white.
Yeah, definitely. It looks... yeah, it does. I'm looking at it from behind and it definitely does.
Don't know how I'm going to get them to go around his head. Curving things with straight blocks is very difficult.
Mm.
He's looking good though.
You might not be able to tell until you've built the rest of the head.
Well, it's going to have hair.
Yeah.
What about what we're doing with this hat?
Absolutely no idea. How high is the head going to go?
What do you think he's going to look to?
He might have gone up a bit too many blocks there.
Well, he's going to have a cowboy hat on, which is going to be taller than his head.
Yeah, but his head isn't going to be that size, is it?
No, but if he's wearing a cowboy hat, it's going to look taller.
But,
We don't really need to build the head as much as we need to build the hat.
yeah. Is that where the hat's starting? Do you want me to start it one?
No, it would start at the glasses. There wouldn't be like a gap.
You're not going to have any gap at all.
No.
What you need to do is build a circle, and then you need to build it because it curves. It's curved down at the front and then up at the sides, isn't it? And then back down at the back.
I'm sure we could just get away with half-arse in it. we could just make it flat if it'll make things easier and do a very little curve at the side.
Yeah, it won't look like a cowboy hat if it's flat.
It's not going to look like a cowboy hat like this, is it?
It is. It'll definitely look like one.
It looks like an alien.
Right. Okay. I've got an idea. I'm going to do it rather than do it up and up. I'm going to do it across a bit more this way first.
Is his neck too wide?
Head doesn't stick out enough from it. Face should be slightly wider. That's why it looks strange.
I don't think it's so much about making the head wider as it is about making the neck a little bit thinner. I think is a slightly easier way of dealing with this, because otherwise the size of everything's going to have to change. Do you like the neck improvements?
Yeah. Very straight. Very flat.
It's got curves.
Your specialty. Have to do some homework. Get on my level. I want to see knobbly bobbly bits all over the place.
Well, this was supposed to be a tag team build, wasn't it? It was the best of my work and the best of yours.
It has been a bit, hasn't it?
His ass. Look how long his torso looks compared to his legs from the back.
That's got to be a distortion, hasn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look that wrong from the front. I mean, the legs do look shorter than the torso, but not to that extent.
Not to think of. How am I going to do the dome of it? Am I going to do it in a different colour? If you want to do the hair and stuff, the back of the head around that should be all right. I'm getting my head around how this top of this hat is going to work. I suppose it helps not really knowing what a cowboy hat is supposed to look like.
Oh, I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's symmetrical because it's going to be a shape, isn't it?
Something about his head doesn't look like the hair sort of looks amazing, but not quite.
It needs to tuck it into the hat a bit more. This is the bit that looks weird, I think. Like where it's going straight into the hat. You make it look like it's tucked in a little bit. That looks better already. Take the edge off that. There you go. Look at that now. Loads better. God, what shape is this turning out to be?
Yeah, it's reached the point of being a bit tedious now. We're just trying to get these blocks in the right places.
For me, I'm concentrating on trying to do this shape, and it's not working. It's not working at all.
I'm telling you now, the back is going to be very flat. Very flat, very square. Try to give it a bit of shape.
That was what I ended up doing for the Ultimate Warrior, was building him a big sort of bouffant shape and then hacked bits of it away. Oh, the hat doesn't look too bad from the front now, but it looks pretty bad from the back.
It doesn't look great, does it, on this side? The front, oh God, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it.
Is it too cocky of me to want to put a design on the hat now? Considering I tried to do a design, it looked terrible. I took it all off, and now I want to do a design again.
I've done something really wrong, and I can't tell where it is.
Oh yes, that looks loads better. It's looking very good.
Yeah, the weird thing is you can sort of walk in, like behind his hair.
Walking behind his hair?
Well, like if you come around the front and you come and stand on his shoulder, you can actually get into the back of his neck.
So, from a distance, the hair on his left looks like it's 1 too wide.
It's not. It's something else. I think it's that.
It is that, yeah.
I think he's done. So there he is, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, in all his glory. Fantastic. What a build. How would you rate this with Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior?
I think it's very good.
I also think it's very good.
But I would like to see... if you come and stand over here, you come and stand here, turn around and have a look, and you'll see what my criticism is. We've done a very thin, emusculated beefcake. His arse sticks out a little bit, and that's it. There's too much of your Hulk Hogan in this and not enough of my Ultimate Warrior.
I'm incredibly pleased with it.
It's good.
I love the belt.
The wacky colours are pretty good as well.
Comparatively speaking to the Macho Man Randy Savage, you are nothing but garbage, yeah. Comparatively speaking, you are nothing but garbage.